Hey Sis,
Hey, sis.
season 4.
Season 4, girl. I mean, can you believe we're here? This is so cool. It took us a minute.
Yeah, it did. We had a little bit of a setback.
The LA fires, it was a really rough couple of months, Whitney, but I feel like we and myself especially are really headed in a positive direction.
Hmm.
And I have, the reason why we're starting this season late was because, I had a lot on my plate with the fires and moving and getting settled after my divorce and all of the things. But I am just excited to be launching this new season with you because it's going to
Yeah,
be great. It's going to be so much fun. It gives me something really positive to focus on. So I'm psyched.
I am so excited too. And I'm glad to be back at it. You know,
I know.
this is like our
We took
good
too long
spot.
of a break, even though we had to. It was just too long.
Yeah, but there's just been a lot of factors.
Yeah.
And I think timing is everything. I've always said that.
Yes. Agreed.
And it needed to unfold this way. And now we're back better than ever.
New season, new us, really.
Yeah.
Really changed woman in many ways, Whitney. And
Yes.
I'm excited to take this new journey with you as a single lady.
I can't wait.
Oh,
All the
man.
single ladies,
Oh,
all the
my
single
God.
ladies.
I took my daughters to New York for spring break with my friend Lisa and Christine and Matt and some families. And we had, Whitney, like the best time I've ever had in New York. It
I was
was,
so jealous.
yeah, it was absolutely insane. Highlight the Chapel Roan drag brunch on the top floor of Macy's. It was
Yes.
insane.
I want to do
And
that. That looked like so much fun.
oh yeah, we were up jamming out to Pink Pony Club and sticking dollar bills, handing out dollars. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know what drag
Hmm.
shows you bring ones and
Yeah.
yeah, tip them like dancers. It was
Yeah.
great. We were making it rain for those ladies. I'll tell you.
I did see some chicken and waffles up in there too. Were those good?
Yes. Well, according to Reagan, they were too spicy and she didn't need a bite. But
Um,
um, the other kids didn't seem to have a problem with them. Got to go to the View, meet Whoopi, fun
that's so
things like that. I
fun.
know. I know. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
We got to meet Darren Criss from Glee, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, after his new Broadway show, Maybe Happy Ending, is what it's
Hmm.
called. That's really the name because I thought when my friend told me, I said, "What are we seeing tomorrow night?" And she said, "Maybe Happy Ending." I said, "Oh, I thought you had tickets," and she goes, "No, it's called Maybe Happy Ending." I said, "Oh, thought maybe we hadn't decided." Um,
That's hilarious.
and yeah, it was really good, and he was really fun.
That's awesome. And you clearly were going non-stop.
Yeah, that's how I got COVID. I think it
Yeah.
just like, you feel a little tickle in the back of your throat and you're like, well, I got to power through it because
Well, something
there's
in the chest.
12 other people relying on me to show up to this thing. And nobody got it miraculously. So, well,
Oh,
except Reagan, my daughter, but we
right.
didn't even test at that point. So, nobody wants to be sick unless you're getting taken care of by Momma Ashley. And
That is
I
true.
do need to share this experience. I flew to Dallas to do work with you. We had a photo shoot planned. We had
Hmm.
all sorts of things planned. Well, I got to Dallas. I was sick as a dog. You got me some COVID test, flu test, all those things, and all
Yep.
the medicine. Thank you for that, by the way. When I
You're
got home,
welcome.
you knew I wasn't feeling well, and
Well, Lance had been sick the week before, so
mhm.
I just gathered all of the different things and put it in a bag for you.
So instead of going to your house, I went to Mama's house and
Yeah.
parked myself in her guest bedroom. Which, by the way, it has this iron bed in that
Yeah.
room that was our parents' how would you say it? Their bridal bed. I mean, not their marry. That was the
Yeah.
first. They got it at a garage sale. I do know that
Hmm.
that was their bed for. I mean, almost until we remodeled our house when I was in junior high. Then it
Yes.
became my high school bed in my
Right.
room. They painted it
Hmm.
white,
Hmm.
and then when mom and dad got divorced, mom took back that bed, and it was in
Right.
her master bedroom. And this is a
Yeah.
full bed, by the way. Like our parents slept in a
Yeah.
full bed until they were
How is
at
that
like 40
possible?
years old, probably. I have no idea. I can't even sleep in a full with like my kid.
Lance slept
Um,
in it one time when we came
He's
to
too
visit,
tall.
exactly, his feet were hanging out in between the wrought irons.
I know. I busted my head open on that bed when I was 3 playing hide and seek with Dad and I don't think I got stitches. They never got us stitches. I have a scar from it today. But
That's when I got my first black eye, was when
on
I
that bed?
slid into the bottom of that bed.
Oh
I
my
fell. I came running in there to
God, that's
tattletale on you,
right. Yes.
and I
Served you right.
tripped and I fell into the bed.
Oh
And
my
that's when
God.
the picture day was the next day. And they
Yes.
made me get my picture taken with
Right.
a full
Black
black eye.
eye. Did you get to do a retake?
I did, thank God.
Oh my God, I
Although how
remember that. I
funny would that have
really
been?
hope that we can find the black eye pictures anywhere. Does Mom have them?
I've looked.
Okay, so listen, so this bed, now it's made it to the guest room, which they call
Right,
your room at Mom's house,
right.
even though you live 3 doors down.
Yeah.
Okay, I checked it out. I don't know. This is a magic bed, and I don't know if it's because of it's all the love and memories in this bed or what it is. Injuries in this bed, sex that's been had in this bed. I certainly, sure I did in high school. I bet you did too. I bet you snuck in there and boned in that bed. Who knows?
Well, I took it over too, because when you moved out, went to college, I
Oh, you
moved into
moved in
there. So
that
it's like you had a
room.
suite.
Oh, yeah, I had a big room. So it was so comforting, Whitney, being in that little bed. And Mom, it's the same freaking mattress, I think, that from when Mom and Dad got married. I mean, that is an old AF mattress. And on there, it is the most comfortable bed, I think. So
Yeah.
cozy. Those sheets are so soft. They're probably 30 years old. They're probably, like down to, that's probably like a 2 thread count now.
Right.
It feels so good. I don't know. There's just something about that. And then Mom, God bless her. It was like Mom's greatest hits. She made me her famous chicken and rice soup, ate on that for days. She
Which I will
made
say, I think
mhm,
is like the best
the
batch she's
best.
ever made.
The best. Well, she's like, I use my shallot
Sage
salt
and
in that.
shallot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my sage and shallot salt in it. And I was like, well, then we need to redo the recipe on the website and
That's what
put
I
it up
said.
because it is unbelievable. Now, some people like it with chicken noodles. I really like the rice. For some
Me
reason, I
too.
really like the rice. It's easier to eat than slurping up noodles. And I don't know, you could
Yes.
do brown rice if you want to be healthy. She literally nursed me back to health. She got me mi casina queso
Hmm.
and brought it to me every day, like with a taco salad. She made ground beef. She made me a taco salad because, she wanted me to at least have some kind of Tex Mex. And she
Yeah.
brought in my favorite queso, the jalapeno one, the sunset
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah.
She made me homemade hot sauce. And
I
she
know.
got real mad when I requested mi casina hot sauce. I said, well, if you're picking up queso, can you pick me up for some hot sauce? She goes, well, you don't like the one I made you. And I know I do like it, but I like theirs as well. I want
Oh,
both.
yeah. She reached out to me and said, I made hot sauce if you want any. And I said, oh, I just opened a new jar and I wish I'd known. And she's like, well, it's mine that I made if you want any.
Well,
Ah.
exactly. Well, I really got an insight into your system and how it works living 3 doors
Mm.
down because she would make something like she made me homemade tuna, which I love. And she's like,
Mm.
okay, well, here's your tuna sandwich. I'm going to run real tuna down to Whitney, or
Yeah.
I'm going to bring some soup to Whitney. So I see that anytime she makes something, y'all bring each other things back and forth, which is so cute and
Yeah.
so
And that
sweet.
was a
But
damn good tuna sandwich too.
yeah, it was. And she made me homemade rosemary cookies,
Mm.
brownies, the jalapeno brownies I was eating. I mean,
Hmm.
she literally nursed me back to health with her cooking, and it was all made with love. And I'll say it here publicly, Momma Ashley, I will remember that moment forever. That was such a sweet little moment in time, you taking care of me as an adult. And I'm so glad I wasn't in LA all by myself. And it was just lovely to be with you and have you take care of me. I felt like I was in high school. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, how's Court doing? Well, I think she's good. She's in there sleeping. I'm just so glad she's not in LA right now. I'm
I
so
know.
glad she's here. And I was like, it really was meant to be.
Oh, wait, but then this is the best part of the story. I kept testing myself. Mom kept buying me tests and bringing
Right.
them to me. And I kept saying, well, I'm still testing positive. I'm still testing positive. She goes, well, you might test positive for a while. I tasted positive 3 weeks after I was feeling better when I had it. And I was like, oh, I know. Okay. And so, uh, Lance, I don't know where y'all were going, but he stopped over to drop something off to Momma Ashley. And he's from the other room going, hey, Court. And what's up? I'm still testing positive. And he's like, still? And he goes, well, let me see. And he looks at the test. He goes, Courtney, the C is for control, not COVID. I kept thinking that the line on the C was for COVID and it was the control of the sample. And I'm like, no, I know I had it. So I go to the bathroom and I start rummaging through the trash can that hadn't
Oh
been
my
emptied
God.
that I know was like that had the original test that I took in there. And I'm like, have I really not had COVID the whole time? And I'm
Right.
thinking that I have it. And then I pulled the original test out. I found it and it did have a line next to S, which must have been sample or whatever. So I did have COVID, but I did
Okay.
start testing negative soon thereafter, but thinking that I had it because I thought the control meant COVID.
Well, you're just a little idiot.
I am a little idiot.
That is
Little idiot. And that's
hilarious.
exactly what your husband called me, you little idiot. I know. So funny. Thank God for him. I'd still be there I'd be there for like the rest of the
I
year.
can't come home.
Mom, can you bring me some more soup? Still have COVID.
Mom, have any hot sauce left?
Oh God, Mom.
Oh,
God
God.
bless her.
She's in there doing yoga, but she's still testing
She's testing
positive.
positive. Mom, can you bring me a dirty sis martini, please, and a bowl of soup? God, I'm gonna make it a point to come to Dallas more often when I'm sick, or even when I'm not, just on my days off to
Right.
be taken care of. I think
As
it's
you should. It was
some good self care there.
before you came, she was like, now, do you think that, Courtney can come and stay with me a couple nights too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, you got her for the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even see you. I didn't even see your face once.
For 2 seconds.
Oh,
the
yeah.
last the
I don't
last
blame
night
you.
before.
I'm not mad at you. I wouldn't want to come around me either. But and then she'd already said, because I have to come back this weekend to do our photo shoot, and she says, "Well, I guess we had our fun because the boss is gonna keep you down there the whole time. I know when you come back." I said, "Well, she's not the boss of me. I can stay wherever I want." She's like, "Okay."
Well, she's exactly right. I already
know.
thought about that. I was like, well, Mom got her time.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
That
all my
is,
clothes are at her house still. So
yeah, that is really, really funny. But I am glad that you were able to get nursed back to health
I
by
know.
Mama, because there's nothing better. And she was like, well, who's going to take care of me when I get COVID? I said, well, Lance, because he was just sick.
Yeah. So selfish. Well, tell me about anything you've been cooking of note over the past couple. Any like panty droppers that we need to mention before we wrap it up today?
Well, I'm not sure about anything I've been cooking because we've been in and out of town. We came in town for your birthday, your 50th birthday.
It's a big one.
Yeah. And I got to take the girls to their first Hollywood event.
Oh, that was, I didn't get to go.
Our dear friend Claudia. And it was quite funny. It was Reagan and Vivi and then their friend Jet. And it was for the opening of Pizza Girl. Caroline D'Amore opened a restaurant in
the second location.
Yeah, in the Ziggy Hotel. So it was like very like Hollywood, like checking in and.
Well, she used to be besties with I mean, maybe she still is with like Paris Hilton and the Kardashians and all that. Yeah. She's like LA royalty, this Caroline.
Kelly Osbourne was there.
Oh, really?
Okay. Oh, and then apparently Naomi Watts was there, but we missed her. Oh. I just saw photos. But the girls were like, where's the pizza? And they found the area where it was coming out of the kitchen. And so they just stocked it. They just like sat there and like waited.
Yeah. Like when you're at a party and you sit by the kitchen, when the caterer comes out, you can grab the hors d'oeuvres before they're all gone. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
and then
smart.
They're like, can we have Shirley Temples? And I was like, sure, I don't care. But they had the best cocktail. And I need to get the recipe.
Okay.
It was a guava margarita.
Ooh.
And remember back in the day when we would go to Hawaii for family vacations and we get those little cans.
Mom and Dad would take roadies in the car and drive to dinner? Or, oh no, that was something. I'm kidding. I just remember that from Hawaii.
They probably did. But yeah. They were those cans of like the fruit juice.
Yes. Oh,
that is what it tasted like.
That's what we would pack to in our little lunches when we went to the beach. Were those like guava soda? They weren't even sodas. They were like juice. They weren't
No,
carbonated. Oh my
I
God, I
still
can
get
taste
them
that
when
in
we
my
go.
mouth. We should find the
Yes.
brand of that and post it. That is so
Yes.
good. Yeah.
So, we are going to be having Caroline on the podcast. So I reached out to her publicist and said, I need to get that cocktail recipe and put
Yeah.
it up and at least have it while we interview her because
Yeah.
it was a
I
PD.
wonder
It was a
what,
PD cocktail. It was a panty dropper cocktail.
I wonder if that's like one of her favorites or what the story is behind it, because, you don't really think of having guava margaritas with pizza,
Yeah.
but
And we're going to ask her when she gets on the pod.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Yeah, they had a really good time, and I'm glad you took them. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
excited. And you also bought her for her birthday. She hasn't opened it yet, but I can
Vivi.
say it because this will air after. But you bought her the Pizza Girl pizza oven, which she sells, which is this really cute pink countertop pizza oven.
Indoor.
Which I'm so excited to use. So we'll roll that out, take some video, and post it and let you know.
Yeah. It was very cool. And then on the subject of pizza, there's a Forbes article about a pizza martini.
What?
I know. Okay. It has 2 ounces olive oil washed vodka.
Okay.
Sun-dried tomato liqueur. Lusta Vermont Blanco. I think that's like probably a vermouth. Stir and strain into a chilled glass and garnish with goat cheese stuffed olives.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it, but I have had olive oil washed alcohol before.
You have?
Yeah. You know what? I tried it last summer when we were in South Carolina. Mary and I had, I think it was olive oil. I want to say olive oil washed tequila or something. I don't remember. Or was it vodka? It was weird. And we were both like, oh, did not like it.
Well, I just thought that was interesting. And give it a try.
Yeah. I would too. I think this bartender didn't know what he was doing. Because he even tasted it and was like, yeah, that's not good. You know what? It was probably supposed to be an olive oil wash martini. And we were like, oh, can you olive oil wash it tequila? Because we were probably already, we probably did something stupid like that. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I also want to try something out because you know how I'm kind of a purist when it comes to our martini. And like, I want actual olive juice. Like, the filthy brand will do. But like, I just buy the big jars of olives. So then I end up with like 100 olives and no juice.
This is the conundrum.
So Lance and I were discussing, I think we should pour vodka into the jar of the olives.
Yeah.
I might do it before you come and then we can try it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this idea.
Right?
Great. And then I would say I haven't really been cooking. I have my new apartment, so I don't have a lot of my cooking. I don't have any. Everything's new, my cooking stuff, So it's been very limited. I only have, one cookie tray to do my vegetable roasting and stuff. And Vivi and I wanted mushroom pasta, and I just didn't have the energy to like saute the mushrooms and do all that. So you know what I did? I did Nancy Silverton style. I put the oven on 500. I took a ton of different mushrooms, chopped them up, threw them with tons of olive oil. Trader Joe's makes this aglio olio seasoning. And then I also threw some whole cloves of garlic with the skin on it in there. And I roasted it really high, got them all brown. And then I squeezed the roasted garlic, into a bowl, mixed some olive oil, the mushrooms, Parmesan cheese, and then I put it over the noodles. And girl, let me tell you, it was TDF. It was a panty dropper.
That sounds really good. I've been doing the Nancy Silverton mushrooms in the air fryer.
Oh, that's a great one. I don't have an air fryer anymore. I will. I'll get it once I get some insurance money. I'm going to get another one. Yeah. So anyway, that's my recipe contribution of the day.
Put it up on the site.
I'll put it up.
And we need to decide what we're going to cook while you're here.
Yeah, and which restaurants we're going to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're not going to have that much time. But
I have my first horse show with my horse Sherrie on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, do I get to go to that?
Yes.
Oh, fun.
Yes, which is so funny. Okay, so, uh, when I've competed before, it's been with like 8-year-olds on ponies. Well, now I ride a giant thoroughbred. And I was like, I really don't want to go into the same like kids version. But I guess this show.
You mean like the kids like division or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ashley, my trainer, told me that this uh, show has the Rusty Stirrup division. Yeah.
Rusty Stirrup for old people?
Huh?
Oh, wow.
That is we
cruel.
were discussing this.
That is cruel.
I said, that's offensive.
Yeah.
And we were discussing this. And Ashley's like, I mean, it's better than like long stirrup. Like, I don't want to be long in the tooth.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather be long in the tooth than rusty.
Oh, my God. The Rusty Stirrup division? That sounds
isn't
like
that hilarious.
I mean, it's not nice at all, actually.
No, it's not. It's like, oh, you're trying.
Yeah. You're old AF.
So I'm in the geriatric stirrups.
Oh, my God. The rusty. Now, that's what you don't want to find yourself in at the gynecologist is rusty stirrups. Oh, man.
Oh, God. I've been laughing about it. So you'll have to.
Yeah.
We're going to see what the rusty stirrups are all about.
I have a new nickname for you.
Yeah.
The rusty stirrup competition.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
So
what
that's
else?
Going to be fun. And we got our photo shoot. And yeah, we're just going to.
Oh, and well, I guess we should tease some of the guests that are coming up this season, which is super exciting.
Yes, we should.
Kick us off.
Okay. Well, we are, after this episode, our second episode is going to be with Eden Grinchpan and her sister Rennie. And Eden is coming out with her second cookbook, Tahini Baby.
Yeah.
And we get a little sneak preview. So we should probably make some recipes from that while you're here.
Yeah, let's do that. Add that to the list. Yeah.
And they are just hysterical. And then another thing I ordered were these mixers. We had on Jordan and Jocelyn, who started This Girl Mixers. And
yeah,
they have a Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, yeah. I want to try that Bloody Mary
margarita
mix for sure.
And then like a pineapple mint mojito or something. That sounds really good.
Yeah, they're cool. They're sisters as well, and they started a business together.
Jordan also
sisters that like to drink. I don't know.
Lost her house.
Oh, that she did lose her house in the fires. Yeah. We talked about Caroline DeMore of Pizza Girl, and
we also have Rachel Haltzman, and she's really interesting. So she has co-authored so many cookbooks, one of them being Eden's new cookbook, but also like Tiffany Amber Thiessen
and What's Gabi Cooking?
O'Neill.
Oh my God, yeah, she's like a celeb cookbook author. Yeah,
it's so cool. So I can't wait to talk to her about
and what about Chef Ashish? We have Ashish Dani. Yeah, and he cooked it for Buckingham Palace and for Kensington Palace. He's an incredible like Michelin star trained chef that's cooked all over the world for diplomats and kings and queens. So we've got a really cool lineup this season.
And
we're
continuing to book it all up. It's going to be great.
Oh, and shall we mention we have a very funny stand-up comic coming on, Daniel Von Kirk, who we appeared on his podcast, Dumb People Town, back in January. You should go check it out. It's really funny. It's a great podcast, and he's just as cute as can be, and can't wait to have him on as well.
Yeah, hilarious.
All right. Have we said it all? I mean, there's so much that we haven't said, but you know what? It's going to be a long season 4.
We needed to get back in the saddle because we are a little rusty.
With some rusty stirrups. We did. You know what? We bringing it full circle. We are a little bit rusty. We have some rusty stirrups on, but not for long. We're going to take off trotting after today.
Yes.
All right, Whit. I love you, and I love your show.
I love you. I love your show.